be doing when we're making test tiles. To make the test tiles, you're going to need the test tile cutter, or this square cutter. Attached to it is a hole punching tool to punch a hole. What you're going to need to do is make 3 test tiles. I made 4, and they need to look just like this. Okay? So I'm going to do that in front of you right now. What I did was I rolled the slab, and I made sure the slab was long, and that I could cut out this test tile from it. So you can see I'll be able to get probably like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 again. You need 3 at least. Okay? If you want to make 4, that's fine. After I've rolled my slab, I need to take a texture mat. Doesn't matter which one you use, but the texture needs to be like very deep, and we only want half of the slab to have texture on it. So put the texture mat on half of the slab. Take either the pony roller or your hand. You can rub it with your fingers. You want to make sure that you get the texture all the way in. When you peel it back, you want the texture to look really deep. What you don't want is this, where it's barely on there. We need the full texture. Some of the texture mats, you have to push harder because the texture is a little shallower. The rock one is the easiest one to do, or the fish scales, okay? So use this pony roller, works really well. Use your hand to push it down, but I'm gonna roll this texture on half of my slab, and then I can peel it away and make sure that I have the texture on there, which I do. I'm gonna do the other half here. I think a little more than half, that's okay. Right? Try to get exactly half. I kind of overshot it a little bit. It's okay. And I wanna make sure that it's fully rolled. There we go. So I've got my texture on here on half of my slab. Now, I'm going to take this cutter and I'm gonna cut squares out of this slab that are half textured, half not. So to use this cutter, I put it on there, I push down on these bottom parts here, not on this little button on the top. I push down, and then when I peel it out, the slab should stay inside the cutter, and then I'm gonna put it directly onto a board, and you can fit 4 on this board if you put it all the way to the edge. You push down on this plunger, that's gonna push the slab out, and then you're gonna have a slab with your texture on it. And then I'm going to do that, as many of them as I can get out. And then we're gonna put some holes on it, and that's it, and then you're done. It's a very simple project. Okay? Oops. Sliver of clay there. Looks like I'm only getting 3 on this one, which is okay. You only need 3. Okay? So roll a slab. This is gonna show me that you know how to use the slab roller, that you know how to use the texture mats, and that you know how to compress the slab. I rolled the slab, I compressed it with my metal ribs so it's smooth on both sides, and then I cut it out. Attached to this cutter is a little hole punch tool. What we need to do is you need to punch right in the middle between the smooth side and the texture side. Don't go at the very edge, go a little bit down. You're gonna put the tool in, and you can twist it around and then pull it out. You'll clean out this little bit. Same thing again here. Okay? Same thing here. Once you have this done, then you're going to want to put your name on a little piece of slab like this, and then you'll find something to write your name with. Give me that pen tool. Okay, and write your name on this board. Maybe put your class period, maybe put your last name, 3rd period. Now I know these are mine. You can put them on the shelf over there, okay? Now, when you make these tiles, the next day, the tile should be dry enough, or even after school, it's dry enough where it doesn't bend when you hold it. On the back of the tile, you want to write your name on each tile, and then maybe put your class period, put your last initial if you've got a common name. Right, and then you're going to stack these and put them on the greenware shelf in the back, where you put your pinch pots on the rolling rack closest to this orange wall. You can stack them up when you're done with all your names on them, and then put them in the stack of 4 like this with your name on them on the shelf in the back. Not today. If you're making them today, the next day you can stack them like that. Okay? You have to make 3 of them, have your names on them, and then if you have it like this, I grate it. I want to make sure that it's nice and clean edges. What you don't want to do, and how you make a mistake, is if you cut the slab out first and then you put the texture on, it's going to distort the slab. Okay? Texture first, then cut it out. After you cut it, try not to touch it. Try not to move it because it'll warp it. Okay? Don't hold it in your hand, it'll warp. Okay? That's it. 3 of them with your name, and that's one of the things you have to get done by next Friday. Any questions? All right, go ahead and get to work.